Assalamu alaikum and welcome to our YouTube channel. You're watching the Sizzle review with Sabah
and Izza. Welcome back. We are back after our summer break. I was in Pakistan for about 6 weeks enjoying the delicious mangoes, the heat, and the online shopping at 2 a.m.
So sounds like fun.
It was a lot of fun. But now we are back, caught up with all the drama.
And I hope you guys had a great summer too. And I hope you tune in to our channel once again. And please subscribe if you haven't done so.
Yes, please. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can keep on making these videos for you guys.
And please do share with your friends too.
Yes. So Sabah, let's start with the drama that has everyone talking. Pehchan.
Yes, Pehchan with Heba Bukhari and Syed Gibran.
Yes. So what do you think about Pehchan?
So Pehchan, I think, started very very refreshing. Mm-hmm. It was gripping, it was interesting. It was a very different take on Desi marital issues. Mm-hmm. Especially with housewives. You wouldn't believe, so many people called me and said, hey, I'm Cookie. I feel I'm Cookie. Not that their husbands were having affairs, but...
not.
Okay. but yeah. They felt kind of lost after they got married. They lost themselves. Mm-hmm. It's like they felt they were just giving mm-hmm. to being the perfect housewife and taking care of their husbands as like a daily habit, but they wanted at the same time attention and care and also to feel loved.
Yeah. So I think being a housewife, a homemaker, after a certain point it becomes like a thankless job. I think you're doing all of this, there is no recognition. Mm-hmm. बाहर से भी बहुत लोग उसको recognize नहीं करते. They think you're doing nothing, you're just sitting at home and chilling. But if you see the contribution that a homemaker makes, there's nothing that can replicate it. You're basically dedicating your life to raise the future.
I totally agree. And if you were to pay, somebody did research, and if you were to be paid for that, being a housewife, it's like, like 6-figure salary.
Yeah,
because
course.
You're the cook, you're the maid, you're the driver. I mean, you're a teacher,
You're everything.
You're your husband's nanny, secretary, personal assistant.
I like the husband's nanny part.
You're everything.
Yeah.
And when do you have time to do something that you like for yourself?
Yeah. And a lot of women go through it. When you become mothers and when you become wives, you do have that loss of yourself. वो जो पहचान आपकी खो जाती है ना?
Exactly.
Which the drama is about.
Because you're known for, ये किसी की बीवी है, ये किसी की माँ है, ये किसी की बहू है, ये किसी की बेटी है. But what about your own identity?
Yeah. And you get in that kind of mode where you think about others before you think about yourself. आप बहुत सी चीज़ों में you put yourself, आपने आपको back burner पे डाल देते हो, and to a point where you don't realize it till it's too late.
And when do you become priority?
Yeah.
That's why they say that you should always find passion in your life that you enjoyed before you were married.
Yes.
And continue that, whether you join a book club or you do something like
you review dramas,
you do gardening, or you do review dramas, or do something.
Yeah.
Make time for yourself.
Yeah. And I think moms have a lot of guilt associated with doing things for themselves. I think as a society and in general, I think we should normalize, having that, which is self-care कहते हैं. And self-care doesn't have to be like you're getting like a pedicure and a manicure.
Right.
Self-care has to be mental as well. That you are like doing something that brings you pleasure just for the sake of it, and not like always be self-sacrificing.
I agree. Like a lot of women paint. They cook, or they do like for pleasure, not like every day as a habit. Like if they'll bake something they enjoy baking.
Yeah.
But not as like a chore.
Yeah.
So I thought this drama started off very strong.
Yeah.
Started off
is the key here.
But despite it being such an interesting concept, I felt like they lost the audience. It was lagging.
Yeah, the treatment was terrible. I have to say that. I'm at that point. I have no sympathy for Cookie at this point. I think itna usko ajeeb sa dikhaya hua. The character is so like like I don't relate to her.
She can't communicate. I mean,
Yeah.
tell your kids what the problem is.
Yeah.
Tell your husband, tell your mother-in-law. I mean, they're accusing her of having an affair.
And she does nothing.
She just ignores it.
She ignores it.
Why? Uske, reputation kharab ho raha hai.
I know. Why
And
would you not talk?
her kids think she's having an affair at one point, they thought.
And then she abandoned the kids initially.
Which I don't understand.
Initially, I thought she was depressed, but she's not. I thought she was clinically depressed. You know, when you see her leaving, she's like, aise dikhate hain ki she's in a haze or something. So I thought maybe she was clinically depressed and she just left the kids. But no, she's functioning fine. She's going to work. She's fine now. ठीक है? Hey, depression है, but nothing like too वो के उसको समझ ही नहीं आ रही वो क्या कर रही है. She knows what she's doing. And then she's not like, when she talks to her husband Adnan, she talks in circles, which is so annoying to me. She doesn't focus at the problem. जब वो when her friend and the guy, what's his name, Aziz, I think, he goes to meet her before ये छोड़ के जाती है, महीना पहले जाते हैं. So they have an argument where the husband gets upset, and I thought husband was justifiably upset because he overheard them talking badly about him, and then like they were like semi-flirting. I'm sorry to say that. She's like, oh, ye tumse shaadi nahi hui. They were trying to make it cute, but I didn't find it cute. I thought they were like
But
flirting.
at the same time, I thought he was rude. He didn't come and sit with them.
Yeah, because he overheard them talking about him. That he's very like dry. So I would want to go and sit with somebody who's talking like that. So and then she kept on like when her and the husband were discussing it later in the scene, she kept on talking about circles. आप तो हमेशा मेरे साथ ऐसे ही करते हैं. You do this. You have no value. I was like, focus on what's going on. I feel like that's like the worst way to have an argument.
Yeah.
When you go in the past and start digging stuff that happened in the past and not focus on what the issue is right now, because it's not to kabhi issue resolve nahi hoga.
Exactly.
And I think that story with her continues afterwards too. Whenever जब भी उसको वो ये issue discuss करने की बारी आती है, she starts talking in circles, and I want to smack her.
Yeah, it was frustrating.
Yeah.
I have to say.
And now she's upset at the kids.
Yeah. And then she's upset with the kids because they're not calling her.
And they're very selfish.
That was stupid. I'm like, what? You're the mother. I don't care if your kid doesn't call you. You call the kid.
Yeah, and then you abandon them, and you didn't call them for like pata nahi jitne dinon se bhi ye baithe
And you
rahi hai.
abandon them and you don't even tell them what's wrong.
By the way, they keep on saying she's married for 13 years.
Yeah.
So are the kids supposed to be 11 and 12? Because no, they look like 15 and 16.
Yeah, I know. And that girl was having a little fling with their cousin.
ऐसे ही लग रहा था मुझे भी कुछ.
That I thought was so inappropriate. अगर वो 13 साल की है, suppose करो 12 साल की है.
She doesn't look 12 and
She doesn't, but like, you know how they typecast different characters. But
yeah, that's too young for the.
Even the mom, Cookie's mom, is so young, and she is her.
Yeah, Kavi's wife.
Yeah, Kavi's wife. What is it? That's like a 30-year difference.
That's what I'm not comfortable with that.
30-year difference.
Yeah.
God. Anyway, but the story I thought was relevant, and it's like being in a loveless marriage, and she's trying to come in terms with it. But divorce is such a taboo in our society. What is a woman supposed to do when you have kids? Like, how do you handle that? How do you keep that balance? You have to balance your husband with your in-laws, with your kids. How do you do all that?
So I do feel that it was an amazing concept. The treatment, I think, sucks. I think it reminded me of Dobara, where it was an amazing concept, which could have done so much for if it was treated right. But I feel like they lost majorly on the treatment. So concept-wise, again, great, but I don't care much for the drama, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, she tries to, like, when you're in that kind of situation, you try to mask your husband's imperfections, and you try to portray yourself as this happy wife.
Yeah.
How she's perfect in every area, but inside she is feeling very depressed and unloved. So how does Cookie handle it? She abandons everything and runs away.
And does not talk about anything in a constructive manner.
Yeah.
So Cookie, and I'm sure आखिरी episode में ये हमें कोई life changing reason बता देंगे, but I at this point really don't care.
Yeah.
I feel like Cookie needs to kind of step up. She needs to have an open line of communication, and
Definitely.
We
see her flashbacks, how she was this spirited, fun-loving girl. Before she got married,
a little bit too
and she was a hopeless romantic too. How she
Yeah.
Oh my
and
God. But now they're showing her she's catering. She's gonna have a catering business.
And it took off miraculously, like overnight.
And I thought she hated cooking. All of a sudden, she's gonna be cooking
for other people.
Yeah.
She wouldn't hate it when it would pay her.
Yeah.
Do you want to move on to Hubs now?
Yeah. Let's move on to Hubs.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of Hubs, Sizza?
I like Hubs. Hubs is
Me too.
I'm liking the storyline. And
Is that a must-watch for you, or a good watch?
A good watch, I would say.
What about Pehchan? Good watch.
No,
I'm gonna still watch it.
I'm still gonna watch it too, but I like at this point it's where I yell at the TV screen when I watch it, and I yell at Cookie the most because we know the husband had an affair, all of that, but right now in the moment he's still behaving rationally.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, why is he still? If you think that your wife is having an affair, why is he still so sympathetic to the wife?
I don't know.
That's not a desi man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say that that his ex-wife was in the show?
In Pehchan?
Oh
yes. So she plays a Tuba. Tuba plays the fiance of Aziz.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amir Liaqat's ex-wife.
Yes. So she is in the show.
Is that her debut?
I'm not 100% sure. I know she was a presenter on TV before she married him. I don't know how much of acting she's done before.
Oh, okay.
But I saw her for the first time and I was like, oh, she looks familiar. And then I put two and two together. Yes.
Okay. So we were talking about Hubs, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically a story of two households, right? Mm-hmm. We see Aisha's household and Basit's household.
Yes.
And that's what the whole drama is about, two families. And Basit has to marry a girl to gain his own inheritance.
Yes.
And she needs him to support her family financially.
Yeah.
So that's why they're stuck in this marriage of convenience.
And he kind of semi-blackmails her, no? He said, I helped you
Yeah.
out when you needed the money.
Yeah.
So you help me out now.
Yeah.
And she felt obligated.
Yeah, so she felt like, So so Basit, his character, he distrusts all women, right? Because of his childhood, his mom abandoned him, neglected him.
Cookie needs to watch this drama
Yeah.
and learn something.
Yeah. So I thought the characters are very well written. They're complex characters and they're layered, and the romantic chemistry between Basit and Aisha, I thought it has a lot of nuances and side glances, and
It's unfolding.
it's unfolding
In front of us,
because
yeah.
they are in an arranged marriage.
Yeah.
And they don't even like each other, and they're put together, and then it's slowly happening.
Yeah.
As compared to these other crazy dramas that we see in Kaisi Teri Khudgarzi,
Khudgarzi.
एक glance में he's madly in love with her.
Stupid,
Over
yeah.
the top. So this is so opposite of that.
Yes.
And this is what we like.
Yes.
These nuances, these layered characters slowly unfolding. Little things like he notices, when Aisha's not at the table, he looks at her chair, or when she's in the car. Remember?
Yes, I thought that was such a cute scene where she sits in the back and he's like, "मैं अपनी कुछ शिकायत लगा दूँ," and then she huffs and puffs and comes and sits in the front.
Yeah, and he smile.
Yeah.
So this is what we want to see.
And he's warming up to her, and we know that he
Yeah.
doesn't care much for women, but you can tell that he's warming up to her.
Right.
And I like Aisha as a character too. I think despite everything,
She has integrity.
she has integrity. Just as she feels uncomfortable taking money from him.
Yeah.
She's not like, "अच्छा अब अमीर आदमी से मेरी शादी हो गई, so I have access to all of this."
Advantage nahi le rahi hai.
Advantage nahi le rahi. And I like her character.
And not only that, but I love the character between her mother-in-law and her.
Yes.
By the way, they're sisters in real life.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Awesome, yeah.
So,
but a different, not a typical Pakistani drama portrayal between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law.
I love that. Saas Bahu ka first time I've seen that,
Yeah.
they're sticking up for each other.
Yes, and they are kind of,
And I feel like they like each other more than Aisha likes Basit.
Oh, definitely, because you see her opening her heart more to her mother-in-law, and
Yeah.
the same for the mother-in-law. Mother-in-law भी उससे
Maybe
बात
because
करके-
they're in the same boat.
they're in the same boat, yeah.
But when Aisha needs money and the mother-in-law is like, don't worry, this is your money, this is your house.
Yeah.
ये नहीं कह रही है कि नहीं,
She doesn't
मेरा
shame
बेटा
her.
है. Yeah.
Exactly. उसको she doesn't shame her for पूछती भी नहीं है, कहती है हम ड्राइवर के हाथ भिजवा देते हैं. And then Aisha goes ahead and explain what it is,
Yeah.
and she doesn't shame her कि why are you sending this money to your parents,
Right.
Yeah.
And Aisha's sisters and her mother, they're kind of exploiting Basit as well.
They are, yes.
Except for Bano.
Yeah,
Bano has integrity.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like they're taking advantage how, you know, his sister took the joda.
छोटी बहन तो बहुत ही चालाक है, उसने पैसे सारे चोरी कर दिया आदमी लोग से.
चोरी कर दिया और उसके क्लोजेट में जाकर उसकी बड़ी का कपड़ा पहन रही है.
Yeah.
And the mother, how she's all decked out at the wedding और ऐसे fashion shoot कर रही है. She kicked the bride to the side.
By the way, she looks richer than like Basit's mom. The way she dresses up.
That I thought was not natural.
I think so too. I agree.
She's a very poor woman
Yeah.
who doesn't know where her next meal is coming from. And look at the way she's decked out.
Yeah, even ghar mein bhi she has like a nice bun going on all the time. So I felt like that for me was a little unrealistic. Other than that, the girls like Aisha, I felt like she played Ushna Shah played the character really well. Bilkul dress up bhi waise hui hoti hai. She was like makeup free. And
she's very natural, I think.
हाँ, और बानो भी, I feel like बानो
बहुत अच्छी
acting.
These secondary characters are very good,
yeah.
I have to say.
Yeah.
The sisters, they picked really good sisters.
Good sisters. और तीसरी भी I feel like
बहुत
she's good
अच्छी है.
too. हाँ, she has that like चलाको look to her.
Yeah, नहीं acting
The
अच्छी
way
है.
she's dressed up and
Right.
the way she talks and all that. ना?
Or even Sabah Faisal's Nand जो play करी है Puppu नहीं Puppu है.
वो बच्चियों की फुप्पो है.
Puppu है
हाँ, बच्चियों की.
So she I thought is, and Sabah Faisal the character also stopped her from getting married.
Remember when we talked about this, I had said that's maybe what happened to her. That's why she's not married.
Yeah.
Because she said कि तुमने बानो की भी शादी रोक दी है, मेरी शादी भी रोक दी है, तो अब बाकियों की तो शादी होने दो ना.
And you know this happened sadly in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Because you know what are parents supposed to do? They can't get their kids married off because they need some kind of income coming in.
Especially the girls, because they feel like दफा लड़की की शादी हो गई तो then she's gonna go to her in-laws and then the income is not gonna be ours anymore. तो I
हालांकि के इस्लाम में ये नहीं है.
हाँ.
कि you know if the girl works, that income is her income.
Yeah. And
Right?
I think culturally that's not how it is. हम लोग के यहाँ ऐसे नहीं है ना.
Yeah.
So Hubs is definitely a good watch for me.
Yeah, me too.
For you as well.
I really like it. I like the direction. And by the way, kudos to the director. He is playing Basit's best friend. And he's so young. It's his debut, yeah.
Amazing job then. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like the drama has that like nuances, that like kind of subtlety in it that a lot of dramas lack. So really nice. I enjoyed it.
Good. So I would say a must watch.
I have other must watches. I'll give it a good watch.
Okay, chalo. Let's move on to Fraud.
Which is a must watch for me.
I'm really enjoying Fraud. I
Fraud is
have to
really
tell
good,
you,
yes.
Fraud is very good.
Yes.
Sabah Kamar is amazing.
Amazing. हाँ.
It's such a treat to watch her, isn't it?
हाँ. Very realistic. बहुत अच्छा drama है. Everything is the story. So I like this like story is fast flowing, and then it's engaging.
Yeah,
I
it
feel like
is.
you are watching for the next. You're waiting for the next episode.
Yeah.
And something new unfolds in the new episode, which I really like.
Yeah, I agree. And so the connection that we're going to see, because you're asking how is Sabah's character Maya going to meet Sean? So the connection is going to be Sean's sister.
Yes. उसके साथ भी fraud होने वाला है.
हाँ, उसके साथ भी fraud होने वाला है और Sean के साथ भी fraud हुआ है.
हाँ.
That secretary man.
Yeah.
बड़ी aggressive thinking.
She moved in. She made her move.
And the father was supporting her.
Yeah.
Her own father.
Yeah.
Okay, go after this guy. He's rich.
Oh my God.
That's so sick. And he was a trust loyal worker for 20 years.
हाँ.
ये
और
कैसा
बच्ची को
हुआ?
use किया. I felt really bad for the बच्ची.
I
Sizzle
know.
जो है, you know.
And she moved. I mean, like, you know, your red flag goes up when you see somebody become so close to you so fast.
So fast. और वो कह रही है मैं तो आपकी बच्ची को भी treat करूँगी. And I was like, man, like Sean, use your common sense.
And Sean's stepmother was like, बड़ी तेजी से तुमने अपनी जगह पैदा कर लिया है. You know?
Because she didn't see that coming, no?
Yeah. And, you know, why do stepmothers have to be so bad?
I know.
Treating her, making her go stand in the shower.
हाँ.
You know, zulm कर रही है बच्ची को.
हाँ.
Why do you have to be so mean?
Yeah.
Why do they have to have such extreme characters?
Yeah, कोई बीच में दिखाते हैं कि चलो ठीक है बच्चों के साथ आप frustrated होते हैं, especially when you're older, but you know, the way they were showing it, she was purposefully trying to hurt the kid. No?
So what's going to happen? Her own daughter is going to get scammed.
Yes.
So you hurt others and karma.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what
definitely.
they're showing, right?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Can we talk about Myla?
Yes, the sister.
Sister Rabia Kulsum is the actress, and I love her.
She's
does
so
such a-
natural.
She's so natural. Does such a great job. I felt like in playing Sabah Kamar's sister is no easy task. You know,
But she's holding her own.
she's holding. That's what I was gonna say. When you're in the same screen as her, it's very hard to hold your own. But she's doing such a great job.
Even Bano with Aisha, with the sisters.
Yes,
She's also holding her own.
she's holding her own. Yeah.
So yeah, I love these secondary characters. They're so talented, and they deserve to be. You know, they can carry their own show if they wanted to.
Definitely. So fraud, maybe I feel like everyone, like the
Uska jo husband hai, Maila ka.
he is so cute too. Yeah,
And the chemistry
between them.
The pehli dafa wedding night mein dikhaya they're taking selfies and stuff.
That was cute, I thought, and especially coming from a place where, remember, she didn't want to marry him.
Yeah.
So I liked seeing like that change in her, and and she was being loyal to her sister.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of that, the father was so annoying to me when he said no and he got upset कि तुमने माया का रिश्ता नहीं भेजा. I was like, really, dude?
He's annoying.
He's annoying.
And they show in the teaser that he's back. What's his name? Niall. Niall is back and he's apologizing.
Oh, Niall is back.
He's touching his feet, the Mamu's feet, कि मुझे माफ कर दे.
अच्छा.
And वो धक्का देता है. He's like, get out. He lost his own sister though in that whole thing. I felt bad for the sister.
I felt bad for the sister too. और वो जब उसका heart attack भी हो रहा था, he's like, शक्ल नहीं देखूंगा मैं. I was like, you're too dramatic for me. I feel like everything else is fine, but the father is like a little bit too much for me in the drama.
Yeah, I know. But his wife did an character arc.
Yeah.
She was like, in the beginning, she was like this kind of shrewd lady.
Yeah.
And then she turned out to be.
Yeah, I think because she went through something like so traumatic,
That she learned from.
हाँ, क्योंकि बच्ची का बेचारी का 2 दफा, I mean,
Yeah.
अब हो गया है कि 1 दफा शादी नहीं हुई और 1 दफा ये हो गया. So I get it's hard. So but like overall amazing direction, amazing
Character, acting.
Ehsan Khan is playing like
He
amazing.
is awesome.
And the lady
even
who plays mother.
I love that.
I love them fighting.
You know, because usually we see her as a mother role. And just so refreshing to see her in this character.
They're like तू तड़ाकेगी each other. तू ऐसा है. तू I'm like this.
Oh, but पैर करके बैठी हुई ऐसे, you know, like filing her nails.
Yeah, I thought.
And Safi Hassan is also very good.
Very good. So I felt like everybody in their character is really good.
Yeah, I have to admit, Hassan Khan did a really good job.
Yeah. He's.
Does he have a tattoo on his neck?
I think it's a scorpion.
Is it a scorpion?
I think so.
I was wondering what insect that is.
Because they were, I think, police वालों को भी. Remember when they take the picture in the beginning? उसकी लेके
It's
जा.
a fake tattoo?
I'm pretty sure it's a fake tattoo.
Okay.
We'll research into it for our next episode.
We have to catch his show that he does.
Oh yeah,
his profile.
Yeah, where he's like starting controversies. I think that show has started a lot of controversies.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I think a lot of people say things that they shouldn't on that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Fraud is definitely a good watch, must watch.
Must watch for me, definitely.
Me too. I'm definitely going to watch it till the end.
Yeah.
Because the show is great, and Sabah Kamar is such a delight to watch
such
too.
a delight to watch. Oh, and by the way, I loved her shawl. She had like a dupatta with like calligraphy on it.
Oh yeah, I
In
love
one of
that.
the episodes, I really liked it.
Yeah, I love that. So let's move on to Bakhtawar.
Yes. Let's talk about Bakhtawar now.
Oh yeah, Bakhtawar gives me Parizad vibes, guys.
I completely agree.
It's just such a treat to watch.
Yes.
And this is definitely a must watch for me.
Must watch. I think for me as well. I think out of all the dramas that I'm watching right
Me
now,
too.
it's my favorite. Pretty flawless up until now.
You know, it's got me hooked from the first episode. And every episode goes so fast. There's always something happening. You don't get bored.
Yes.
And Yumna Zaidi is just... She better get an award for this.
Yeah. And I feel like जैसे कोई चीज़ आपको made up या fake नहीं लग रही. Like whatever character she's playing, she's authentic to that character and that moment, you know?
I mean, no makeup, yaar.
Yeah.
Baal aisa kata hua, you know, drabby clothes.
हाँ.
She doesn't care about her appearance.
और जैसे जहाँ पे वो bus hostess है, she's dressed like a bus hostess, like जहाँ पे
Total hijab.
हाँ.
ये नहीं है कि सना जावेद के साथ इतनी लंबा बाल नजर आ रहा है इसका.
Exactly. So I felt like so authentic और लग रहा है कि इसी role में and she's not like glamorized. Makeup भी उसने इसी तरह किया है. You know, whatever character she's playing in the moment, she's true and authentic to that. Like, वो ना.
And I love the way she changes from Bakhtu to Bakhtawar. And kya difference in life. I mean, this is what I like about this drama. It's showing you how society, what a girl goes through,
Yeah.
and what even a boy goes through.
Even a boy goes through. And you know, the first time she switches and she walks out, and
Yeah,
you see
कैसे
her
confidence से चल रही
confidence
है.
be, but then you see her because she's like, because she covers her head, तो वो अपने बाल, she's feeling a little conscious about that, because for a woman who covers hijab, who has hijab, for her to walk out
Without
with
it.
her hair like showing,
Even though she's short. and-
हाँ, but still बाल उसके दिख रहे हैं, तो उसको
Yeah.
I see her like she's like touching her hair in the stairs, ना? And can we talk about the guy they're renting the apartment from,
Oh my god, what a sleazeball.
and
Rafiq.
pretending to be so like religious and so righteous,
They always hypocritical.
और बीवी को निकलने नहीं दे
और
रहा.
उसको कैसे glance कर देख रहा
हाँ.
है. And he wants to marry her.
Oh my god.
I loved how he comes to the apartment to talk to Bakhtawar's mom for the rishta, because he's like, मुझे बच्चे नहीं हुए हैं, so maybe she can. So Yumna Zaidi comes out and pretends that the rishta was for her own mother.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I love that. Because she knew it was for her, but she didn't. So it's like, मेरी अम्मी, मेरे बाप अभी तक जिंदा हैं.
That was funny.
I loved it. I thought it was hysterical. He's such a, and his wife is also another one.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Bakhtawar, hands down, is my favorite drama right now.
What do you think of Numana Jaz's son, Xavier?
Oh yes. I'm like, oh yes. I want them to get together. I'm like, I hope, क्योंकि अभी तक जो characters आ रहे हैं, they're like परिजात का हमने बताया that we're seeing different seasons of
Yeah.
Bakhtawar's life. तो अभी तक जो characters आ रहे हैं वो एक दो episode के लिए आ रहे हैं, खत्म हो जाते हैं.
Right.
So I'm hoping Xavier stays till the end and they develop, some chemistry.
Well, she or he,
They, them.
she's in love with him, you know,
Uh-huh.
and he didn't. She didn't take the money that he gave her. You know, she gave him back to him that I need moral support.
Yeah.
I don't need your financial support.
Yeah.
So he's drawn to hey Bakhtawar or Bakhtu. He's drawn to him.
Yeah. But
As
not
like,
romantically.
Not romantically.
So but we're hoping it turns into a romantic
Yeah.
situation. And I'm hoping that Bakhtu will finish the college, and वो जो हम कहते हैं कि first
Get his dream.
get his dreams, get like अपने आप को पहले ढूंढ ले, and then look for that romantic love. Because
And
I think
take
that's
care-
very important.
Yeah, and be financially independent. But the teaser shows the mom having a heart attack. So I'm like, if she dies, she's gonna be all alone.
Okay,
That's gonna be hard.
That's gonna be
And I have a feeling she's not gonna make it. Because it gives you more interest then.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what will happen to her or him? Because she can't live. And those stupid gundas in the bottom, Lafangas.
Lafangas, yeah.
So,
But वही है, लफंगास को भी इतना realistically दिखाया हुआ है, the way they're doing it, और
and वो जो ढाबा में जब था वो,
I know.
and that guy was hitting on him.
Yeah, उसका बाजू पकड़ लिया बेचारी,
So even the men, it's not like just women
Yeah.
out there in society. The men have to put up with crap too.
Yeah, and then ये दिखाया
Being
हुआ है-
bullied by those three guys.
Yes, yeah.
Harassed.
It's very hard.
Yeah,
It's very-
smoke karo, like, So it's like, it's not all about, the injustices that women face, but also, what men have to deal with
Yeah.
on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And, this drama is just, it's got so many levels.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely well layered, and the characters, the direction, everything.
Yes, yeah, and as you said, it's showing us different faces of you brought up a very good point, different like hardships that you face in the society. वो जो लड़की थी, the air hostess, the bus hostess.
Oh, she got shot in the
She got shot. Like पहले वो उसके साथ flirt करता.
Became so obsessive.
Yeah, and then the way
And well, let's talk about like Bakhtawar in the beginning. Her sister got married off to an old man.
Yes.
And that stupid, her Momani wants her to marry a mentally,
Disabled person, yeah.
Who
Because
does
उनको है कि
that?
because we are supporting them, so they owe it to us,
I mean, all these things that they have to face.
Yeah.
But that boy that helped her escape,
Yes.
who was in love with her,
Yes.
I hope he comes back.
No, I want Xavier to stay.
Really? I feel like he actually loved Bakhtawar for her.
Yes, yeah.
And you know what got me was she said no to the proposal, right? To her friend. She said, no, I want to make something of myself.
Yeah.
And he still helped her after she said no.
Yeah. So he truly loves her.
So he truly loves her.
Ha.
So I thought maybe and his acting was very good.
Yeah.
His eyes, the way I thought he was, whoever he was, I don't even know. We found out his name, but he was such a good actor.
He is.
I'm hoping he'll come back for her. I don't know. Let's see. So this is a must watch for us.
Must watch, yes.
So let's move on to Kaisi Teri Khudgarzi.
Kaisi Teri Khudgarzi, yes.
Oh God. You know, we're only talking about this drama because recently there has been a case in Faisalabad with Khadija, and how, you know, she had a friend, and she was from a very well-to-do elite family, and she used to go over to her house, and her friend Anna, I think it was her name, her dad was like totally fell for her friend Khadija, and then he proposed to her, he went after her, and Khadija said no, and she cut off all ties with him, and then they went to her house and they kidnapped her. They brought her home and shaved her eyebrows and made her lick her shoes, and he said, you know, like, he had to have her. So they abused her and everything. So, you know, I watch these kind of dramas, and, you know, it just kind of desensitizes it and kind of normalizes this obsessive stalking behavior.
And romanticizes it.
And glorifies it. Yeah, these heroes are like glorified and like put on a pedestal. And these girls are like, wow.
Yeah.
No, this is not. I don't think this should be on TV. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And I had a similar kind of issue with Mushtaq too. Remember, it was a similar obsessive thing. And what they do is, pure drama mein 28 episodes mein ladka is obsessed, and he's not the best. He doesn't have the best intentions. And then aakhri qist mein jaake he does like a 180-degree twist, and then we're supposed to love him.
And he becomes the imam.
Yeah, and he becomes.
I know, seriously, it's like so weird.
So weird, yes. I completely agree. So Kaisi Teri Khudgarzi is even like more than Mushtaq. It's like Mushtaq on steroids at this point. Because,
you know, and what happens? Her parents, the girl's parents, gave up and said, okay, nikah kar lo. You know, it's like they have given up.
Yeah.
So it's like the guy thinks, okay, go after her, you're going to get the girl at the end.
At the end. और वो लड़की जो है वो नाराज होके जा रही है, and the guy has no remorse. He's still happy.
He's like, mehak meri hai.
It's like a 2-year-old toddler.
Yeah.
Mine, you know.
Can't take no for an answer.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. So this drama is like
bananas, thumbs
really
up.
bad drama. I mean, you know, these characters that play them, they know better.
They know better, yes.
But you know what gets me is it got 23 million views. It's number 1 in Pakistani drama charts.
Yeah.
Number 1.
So that's the thing I was going to say, that the only way to stop the storyline from being repeated again and again is to decrease the viewership. But then when the drama producers know that this is what's going to get them the viewership, they're not going to say no to stories like this.
Because money talks.
Money talks at the end of the day. So if 23 million people are watching it, nobody's going to say no to that.
No. Yeah. And dramas like Fraud and Hubs and Pehchan and Bakhtawar, they don't get enough views, and they're such authentic storylines. Yeah. And they get to be in the back burner.
Like Sangema, remember how much we loved it, but it wasn't getting the same viewership as this one.
Yeah. So let's move on to Mere Humsafar, which is almost ending. So
another very popular drama.
It's number 2 actually, number 2. But you know, they show like the boy, Hamza and Hala. Hamza is trying to balance his mean, extreme, wicked, evil mother, and his, you know, his
Naked wife.
Yeah. And then all the joint family system. So it shows that it was kind of refreshing to see that he took, you know, his wife's side as well. Yeah. And also he didn't neglect his mom. Yeah. So he tried to balance Rakha. And that I thought was very commendable in this drama. You know, even though the mother-in-law was just so wicked, she was willing to kill the baby and do everything in her power to separate them. But the fact that Hamza just, you know, stood his ground. And then I love the way Hala stood up for her rights finally with her dad. You know, the dad's like, you know, giving her money or property, and she's like, I don't want any of that. I just wanted your love.
Yeah.
You know, and then she lost her grandmother who always stood up for Hala.
I know.
But once her daddy died, her stepsister or half sister, you know, stood up for Hala. So I thought that, you know, it's finally showing Hala being strong.
That's good.
Yeah.
And we want that. We want more strong female characters.
And I love the fact that she decided to move in with her dad instead of staying with Hamza, because she said she needed her own time. She needed space. She needs time to find herself, which I thought that was kind of refreshing.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I believe the drama is about to end. Am I right?
It's about to end.
So
hopefully.
all of those are viewers who like to like binge watch their shows and not wait every week. I think it would be a perfect time to start watching it so that you can be done with everything all together.
Yes. Another new drama that just started. It's called Darar, and it's the same hero as Pehchan. Sayyid Jabran's in it, and Amal Khan, and Momal Sheikh is in it. Javed Sheikh's daughter.
Nice.
Yeah. So you know, it starts off interesting. It's about two cousins. One cousin, Momo Sheikh, is like this really naughty girl. She likes to steal jewelry, and it's all about money and status for her and getting rich. And her cousin, who is a hard worker, and she's very, she has integrity, and she's very, you know, a very good girl. So it shows the two comparisons, which is so typical. And they both fall in love with Sayyid Jabran. So that's an interesting drama if you want to watch that.
Yeah. Oh, we should talk about, sorry, I'm going to switch back to Miriam. Who does Farhan remind you of?
Farhan reminds me of young Dilip Kumar.
Yes.
I just thought that his acting, like his nuances, and it's very natural.
He's very natural. I like him too. I've seen a little bit of Humsafar, not like the whole drama, but I've seen him in other roles. I feel like for
Suno Chanda.
And then he's doing Badshah Begum as well.
Uran mein tha.
Uran mein bhi tha, abhi Badshah Begum mein bhi hai na.
Oh, acha.
So I feel like for a singer who switched to acting, especially keeping that in mind, he does a very good job. I feel like kafi achhi.
No, you can his facial expressions. He's a good actor.
He's a good actor. I completely agree.
Yeah. I feel like he reminds me of a little bit of Dilip Kumar in his younger movies in the 60s,
that's
a little
sweet.
bit.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
Yeah. So that kind of wraps up all these 7 dramas that we just did.
Yes.
So, you know, thanks for watching, and please do subscribe to our channel once again, and tell all your friends to subscribe. And this is Sabah signing off.
And this is Iza. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.